years after his break with Freud, Carl Jung found himself slipping into madness. He saw figures of gods and demons and conversed with strange figures in his dreams. Instead of resisting what so many would consider insanity, he surrendered. For 6 years, Jung conducted an experiment on himself, mapping the depths of the unconscious. He was not just a psychologist, he was an explorer of the human soul, and in many ways, he solved it. To understand Jung, we must begin with Freud. To Freud, the human mind was driven by hidden urges, repressed desires, and above all, sex. But Jung saw this as just a single aspect of a more complex picture. The two men were inseparable, Freud even calling Jung his crown prince. But as Jung began to question Freud's rigid theories, their friendship shattered. In a letter to Jung, Freud wrote, "I can't risk my authority being undermined." After the break, Jung entered a terrifying period of self-experimentation. He withdrew from society and documented his inner visions. Images of serpents, an old wise man, a winged god named Philemon. He feared for his own sanity, but what he discovered changed psychology forever. Jung realized that these weren't just his visions. They were humanity's visions, patterns appearing in myths across cultures, religions, and histories. He called them archetypes, the hidden language of the soul. Every story ever told, every hero's journey, every wise mentor, every battle with darkness was encoded in the human mind. The unconscious wasn't just personal, it was collective and ancient. As an exercise, it is helpful to try to map the different pieces of your own psyche. It might share many similarities to that of Jung's framework, or maybe you find a new system that works for you. This Jung would approve of, as you are making the historically informed framework he developed personal to you in the modern world. Dragons may now be a symbol for content addiction, or something in that vein. In 1928, Carl Jung was in a study, speaking with a patient. She was describing a dream, a golden scarab beetle, a symbol of transformation. As she spoke, a tapping sound came from the window. Jung opened it, and there, impossibly, was a golden scarab beetle. Jung was stunned. It was as if reality itself had responded to the dream. This was more than just coincidence. Jung called it synchronicity. Meaningful coincidences that defy probability, as if the universe itself was conspiring to reveal something hidden. Jung wasn't alone in this conviction. The physicist Wolfgang Pauli, one of the fathers of quantum mechanics, saw eerie parallels between synchronicity and the strange non-causal world of quantum physics. In the quantum world, particles can be entangled, moving in perfect synchrony no matter how far apart they are. Could the human mind and the universe itself be entangled in ways we don't yet understand? We see that ancient religions, from the Greeks to the Egyptians to the Chinese, had similar ideas to those described by Jung as synchronicity. For example, karma and harmony are broad ideas, but fundamentally they are about the interconnectedness between our consciousness and the world around us. Jung seems to be merely stating that there is a relationship, but in these older religions, there seems to be a case made for what the proper relationship between the self and the outside world should be. Jung's journey was not just about psychology. It was about rediscovering something ancient, the forgotten language of the soul. Today, Jungian psychology shapes everything from therapy to cinema, from literature to neuroscience. Every time a hero embarks on a journey, every time a shadow self is confronted, every time we ask if a dream has meaning, we are walking the path Jung illuminated. He didn't just study the soul, he mapped it. And for some, he solved it.
Damn, Max, I didn't know you went that deep.